So guys, last time I put out a video, I alluded to the fact that Pete had some problems with his engine, and we were on our way down to his house to sort it out. But this little video clip here is to show you what he sent us, so why we knew that it was kind of bad news. So take a look at this. So that's where Pete's engine sits for now. So we get some parts ordered up. So I got to take that piston into work. They have a really accurate scale there, one they used to weigh paint on. So we'll weigh the piston, and hopefully tomorrow call back to the States and get those pistons on order. So, but other than that, I did get a guy. He dropped off a 390 for me to build. That's going on the 289 is going on the back burner until I get some parts and some more money from the guy. He sent me some money, but still waiting on information to order the parts, so I can't do one without the other. But he dropped off everything, except he forgot to give me the main caps. The bolts are in the boxes, and he forgot to give me the crank and piston, or the rods and pistons. So anyway, most of the other stuff's here. He even got the bell housing for it and the flywheel, so I'll be able to run it on the stand here. I may have to order some new motor mounts just so I can custom make some stuff to fit what I got, because I custom made the small block mounts. So I mean, they're maybe 12 bucks a piece or something for motor mounts, so I'll get those going, ordered up, and so I can get them fitted. But the heads are kind of one of the reasons why this motor came here. It's kind of a shit show. And I kind of got a little light surfacing. I don't know what the heck they surfaced this head with. Must have been like a fly cutter on a drill press or something, man. It was really shitty. So I just went over it lightly with a stone, and you can see the rough casting. But this engine was, as soon as they fired it up, they said it was pressurizing the cooling system really bad. Like they can grab the hoses and they could barely even squeeze them. So they thought there may have been a crack somewhere in the cooling system to something into the combustion process, the exhaust gases or something. But that's why I got it here to go through it. But what they did is somebody put hardened exhaust seats in it at one time. I already cleaned these valves up. All new intake and exhaust valves. Got double valve springs here for a comp can they had. But they put new exhaust seats in, but the intake seats, these have probably had multiple valve jobs. I mean, these are GT heads, so 390 GT heads. You know by they got the billion bolt exhaust pattern to it. But normally they should have 202 intake valves, and they have. Somebody went through the effort to put some 428 Cobra Jet sized valves in, so 209. Because they did so many intake valve jobs that the intake valve has sunk so far into the head that even these bigger valves isn't enough material here to get the proper installed height. So if I would flip it over and install all the valves, you can see the tops of the valves. All the tips should be level across all 8 per side, and they're all over the place. The exhausts aren't bad, but the intakes are all over the map. So there was so much carbon and crud in here when I got them. You could barely see that these the valves were sealing at all. So somebody tried to, either they buggered up the valve job after getting these valves, or they got these valves to hide the fact that the valve job was buggered up. But either way, it's gonna have to go to the shop and get some hardened seats installed in the intakes just to bring them back to spec. Yeah. So I mean, they're GT heads. They're worth putting the money into anyway. But we'll get the rest of this inspected. I gotta get that off the yellow dolly so I can get this on the stand. But I had to take Pete his engine hoist back this morning to get his engine out. So I'll have to either get John's engine stand up here to get that off and around, or because I can't, it's a little bit too much for me to muscle up. I can get this block probably on the stand by myself, but I can't get a fully built short block or long block off there. So, but yeah, so there's the endeavors for the week. We'll get parts on order, and then we'll be back at you with the next episode.